Diddly 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 doo.
Welcome back to Far Under Par podcast, going into week 5 putting league.
Not exciting numbers last week. 106.
106. I think we ended up with 109 players on the field total.
Okay.
But there was a couple people from that one group that did not sign in.
Gotcha. Still, not a bad down week. I thought we'd pick up a little more for the break, but weather's clearing up. I think we'll see more people making the trek. We got a lot of people that travel a good amount of time to get out here for putting league. Our regulars haven't been so regular, but yeah, we both. I think we originally guessed. I think I was at 133 at 127.
Yep.
We both overbid, Bob. So
I was closest, so
Cicada
is gone
out of the
from
bag.
the bag. Let's go. What are you going to replace it with? An Ascent?
I could throw another one in there. I did get the new one, the new dyed one, so I'll probably put another Cicada in there. As far as events coming up, obviously tomorrow is week 5 for putting league. Hopefully we'll get a good record for what we've had for the year. I think what's our highest so far is 121?
126.
126. It's a hard one to beat too.
No, 125.
125.
Yep.
But I think we'll see a good turnout. The weather's been a little better having those warm days last weekend. I think maybe it thawed everyone out of their homebody mentality. Who knows? But after that, this Saturday is Chauncey hosting the Pittsburgh, Vermont Ice Bowl.
Yep, over there in Pittsburgh at a very fun course.
Again, I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I've never played it. It looks fun. So.
Yeah, great track. So I'm excited. I know I'll at least be making the trip over there with you. I still got to see about signing up and competing. I did roll my ankle. I did go out actually to Pittsburgh just the other day and play, but it was just 9 holes at the Lavender Farm.
Yeah, they're tricky too. The ankle injuries or hand injuries, the digits.
Yeah,
that's what it is. So
it's tough. I mean, it's actually been treating me good the last few days, but I want to kind of keep it that way. So we'll see. I'm going to make the trip and be there to support the cause regardless, and hopefully I'll be able to go as a player, and if not, I know Chauncey's planning to hang out in the booth all day, so I'll probably chill with him a little bit.
You know, if it's possible, I don't know if that's the case, but you might be able to bring this setup and meet you guys if you wanted to have a chat.
Yeah, that would be fun.
On-site chat for you and Chauncey, and some more content to talk about what's going on and current. It's I think in the future, I think we'll hopefully see more live content.
Yeah, absolutely.
Events, stuff like that.
And even our podcast, right? Like we might get some video versions, kind of show you guys what's going on behind the curtain.
Yeah, maybe even in here too.
Yeah.
Which is no one can see, but I'm sure you're going to go ahead. You're going to rant about that probably. You should.
Yeah, I mean, we're sitting in, my new office space currently at Northway Brewing. Kind of put a hype post out a few days ago about, something big brewing here at Northway. And
pun intended.
Yeah, that ultimately is making the entire upstairs disc golf space, right? Like suitable for lounging, for putting. We're going to have a couple of our baskets up there full time. I mean, we started this simulator build here right on site. So we've already got the walls blacked out. We hung the screen today. The launch monitor arrived today, so we'll have to start tinkering with that soon. I know right now Jason and Joel are out on it playing Tech Disc. We got Tech Disc projected up on the high impact screen there, just in the space itself. It's coming together pretty nice, and yeah, we're looking at, you know, having a little disc retail space, and yeah, I think kind of evolving the whole upstairs is the official disc golf hangout kind of space. So, place to come before, after, around, hang out, grab a beer, take some putts.
Yeah.
Listen to some music. I mean, we're gonna have some TV screens playing, you know, some Jomez rounds and that kind of thing.
Don't forget about Humphreys. We'll get some go-through.
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure. I mean, but yeah, hanging this screen today was a process. I mean, it is, you know, 13 feet by 10 feet, so it was a beast. Kind of took some planning there, because we want to be able to open that screen area up a few feet to allow players to pass through during putting league. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious. This will not impact our putting league layout at all. So we'll still be playing through the same space as always. It'll just get a little bit more decorated. I mean, you're going to see a player lounge area get created in that space. Like we said, the putting area as well. You know, I think right away we're more focused on bringing the turf in for the simulator, but long term we do want to have turf in kind of both sides, the lounge area with the putting and the simulator space as well. So,
yeah, footing's a big thing. You want to be able to test a new disc out, which is the whole, probably the unique aspect of the simulator, which you don't see a lot, is being able to not have the same disc with a computer on it, which tends to be the norm with simulators for disc golf nowadays. So
yeah.
it's mimicking a ball golf. Dare I say ball golf instead of golf, but you can take out a disc from the rack, and it's, you know, instead of simulating a crave, you're throwing a crave, which is, I think it's going to help the hand grip sometimes. You know, I think most of the time, what's the tech disc? It's like a T-bird or something.
Yeah,
like
something like that. And when you go to putt with a beveled edge disc, it always feels weird. And when you, for me, I think the hardest part with that particular disc is like kind of trying to smooth an upshot up there, right? And you're trying to throw this little finesse shot, and meanwhile you've got, you know, 7-8 speed disc in the hand, you know. So not that people don't throw finesse shots at that speed, but when it comes to upshots,
there's nothing wrong with a T-bird, but it's also,
yeah,
there's a reason there's 20 discs in every bag. So,
but if I'm throwing let's say an upshot where I'm only throwing 30 miles an hour, I don't think I need to be, you know, like in the hand holding a T-bird 3.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, another interesting too is, you know, we're building the simulator space and the lounge space, like I said, and then like after all that kind of gets locked in, we're gonna put like a pro shop area in. And the neat thing about that is we'll be able to simulate discs. You know, if you want to check out how they fly, it might be one of the ones that we have with flight IDs already in the system, and one on the rack to match those flight IDs. So yeah, certainly a lot of options there, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I can see that too with the new discs coming out, which doesn't happen too often. It's probably once a year manufacturers release a disc, maybe twice depending on which manufacturer you're talking about. But it would be nice though to be able to walk in somewhere and instead of a great example, which will never probably be distributed, is the beam. But to be able to have a beam on the simulator and be like, hey, do I really want to spend what is it, $50-$60, and it's probably closer to $100 to get a beam on the marketplace.
Right.
But if I wanted to be like, hey, is this something I'll actually utilize?
Yeah.
You can come into the simulator. We have one here.
Absolutely.
You can try it out. So.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential there. And I think the coolest thing of all is just to have this hangout space, a place that disc golf can kind of call home. I mean, for me, like in so many ways, Northway has always felt like home. This is like what, our 5th year in here? Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I'm pretty sure it's our 5th year here at Northway, and so the bond is strong, the relationship is great, and they were very welcoming to the idea of this even being a possibility. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a little bit different than the average pro shop in the sense that we do want you to hang out and chill for a while. Grab a beer, come on upstairs, throw some discs.
Tacos.
Yeah, grab some tacos, take some putts. Come up.
You're gonna have one, 2, and 3. You're gonna have a whole setup for practice baskets too, right?
Yeah, that's the other neat thing is the baskets that operate within the taproom space, like holes 1, 2, and 3. Those will be, holes that you can play any day of the week now. So as long as the private room for hole 1 isn't rented out for like a private party or something like that.
Like once a month or something.
Yeah. We can play through that area, then, the common area for hole 2, and same with hole 3. So a couple of the more, common layout areas. Sometimes when we get in the back of the house, we start switching things around a little bit.
Right.
But for the most part, hole 1, 2, and 3 are always in those locations. So we'll keep with that. We'll switch up the obstacles. I'm going to bring in some mini baskets, kind of do like a little mini putting up here. We just want it to be a fun space for all. So
yeah,
I think, getting the whole upstairs and having it decorated, disc golf memorabilia up there and that kind of thing is going to be really cool. And, that sense of home base, I feel like we'll be able to kind of...
The atmosphere is important.
Indeed. And I mean, it works perfect. Players able to come, grab a beer, like we said, and tacos right here on site,
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
There's a little bit of an overlap with the regulars that are here just for the brewery who have been here for probably longer than Putting League, too, because even just downstairs is where we're recording this during setting up the simulator, but even downstairs having a 10-minute conversation with some of those people curious what's going on upstairs. And there's, a couple of people that probably don't play disc golf too much, but they're pretty intrigued to be like, hey, you can come out and, while you're here, try out disc golf. Play around,
for sure.
Or just go to a driving range and shoot around. So
and
there's a grow the sport aspect to it too.
Absolutely. And I mean, every day that we've been here so far, we've made the place feel more like home, right? Like my office at this time has like a lot of the stuff that I would tote to and from league every week. Prizes that are going out, trophies that are going out, and we got that Turkey Cup trophy right up there. It was the one that made it off the trophy shelf. We're going to put that out in the shop. So
Bill might steal it back if he finds it, so we might want to hide it.
Yeah, and just settling into this office space. I do have a little office at my house as well, but I'm going to be spending a lot of time here, and being able to keep up with all the wild things that we're up to. So it'll be neat, and in the outer space there, just the same, getting comfortable with, the simulator bay, and, that every day we're doing something different to add another layer to that bay. Like, we got the walls knocked out, we got the, the screen up, and we went ahead and we ordered a 12-foot long, 4-foot high curtain, because as you look out into the brew house from upstairs, you can certainly see where we're going to be getting a ton of light coming into the simulator there. So that one little spot will have a curtain. We don't want to close it off, and when the simulator's not in use, we want to be able to open it. And keep the area as multi-functional as possible.
But most of these simulators too rely on light, so it's the reason the walls are now black. It's the reason you need a curtain. You need to have the simulator being almost the only light to be able to actually read a disc properly. So it comes with the territory, but having something like that, like a curtain you talked about, make it versatile where day to day on the Wednesdays for putting leagues isn't disrupted, but we still have simulator. So
it'll be really neat as it continues to develop into I guess its potential. But
do you have a time frame on when we start seeing? I'm putting you on the spot because we haven't even talked about it, but is there a time frame you think for seeing discs being sold here as a pro shop? Is that too much of a question?
No, it's not too much of a question at all. It's more like we want to do it. We want to do it right. There's a lot of things to take into consideration on our end, and first and foremost is that atmosphere that we just talked about, right? Like giving the players the space. And so that's where the primary focus is right now, is to create that space. Once that space has been created, to kind of, I guess, jump off on inventory, right? We'll start ordering discs from multiple manufacturers. We want to carry, all the mainstream discs, and I guess that's not as high on the priority list as the simulator and the common space there, right? But,
100%. For everything Getheiser has already done to make this happen, I get its priority.
Yes. Yeah, it is huge. Getheiser providing us with the simulator and the equipment we use. Huge shout out to them. I mean, none of this would be possible without those guys, and we're really looking forward to it. It's a great product, and we can't wait to showcase it and give everybody a chance to use it. So yeah, it should be really fun. But I would say my guess is we'll probably start making disc orders in the next few weeks, but there's still a lot of things, right? Like, for example, we just announced that we're going to be using ADK discs for payouts, right? And so we intend to honor that. I mean, the whole point of us doing that collaboration was to support him. And
Andrew's the man,
yeah, of course, and to kind of keep that support local. I mean, we're quick to use out-of-state payout places for payouts, especially with AMSAD,
978 I see a lot, yeah,
of course. And I mean, that's a phenomenal, that's right there at Meadowbrook Orchards, right? Yeah. So it's a great place to do payouts, but again, kind of trying to keep them in your region is exactly why we wanted to do payouts through Andrew. And of course, some of this stuff was always a goal in terms of maybe developing this space and that kind of thing, but the goal of supporting ADK Disc certainly doesn't change from where I'm standing. So for example, our NADGT events, right? We negotiated with them being able to do our payouts through Andrew.
Right.
And we've already gone through setting all that up, and we certainly...
Was that last year as well, or just this year?
No, just this year.
Yeah.
And we kind of did it for multiple reasons. A, like I mentioned, we wanted to support Andrew. He's a great guy. We want to see him succeed. And B, we kind of wanted other tournament directors locally and regionally to kind of see, hey, this is a possibility. Why aren't we doing our payouts through him, Andrew, right? Yeah. And we did see, another tournament. I think Terry Hudson put out that he's doing a tournament, which I'd love to see.
I didn't know about this.
And I'm pretty sure that it said it was sponsored by ADK Disc. So hopefully, it starts a little bit of a trend. I mean, keeping that support local is always big. And I think if more people from our area and the capital area knew Andrew, they'd feel great about who they were supporting and why we were doing it. So,
well, then, even for obviously our company sponsors the raffle prize, and we do a lot of other sponsorships locally with the course design and stuff like that. But we specifically, when we first talked about us doing that, I was like, I love the idea of us being like, our prizes are aimed towards small businesses. So,
right.
Granted, the first week, we gave out the putting league prize for like half the season. That it's sort of a Northway prize, get you in the building for Northway. But we always do a Northway gift card. We did Stewart's. Last week I ran out of ideas, to be fair, but hey, wasn't a bad idea. But I've got something planned for last couple of weeks that are going to be fun, especially the last week of the season for week 12, which we've talked about very subtly.
Yeah, I won't spill the tea on that.
Yeah, dude, that is going to be, if you're going to make any week, you want to be there for week 12. So I can tell you now, that's going to be a fun prize. But yeah, it's small business forward mentality is always a good thing.
And it's like, of course we want to, long term we want to have sales here. Sure. Absolutely, but still supporting Andrew and continuing that relationship. I mean, he's great, and so it's not like we don't have. And to put it in perspective, for us, like recently, I went to 80K Discs, rode out there with Joel one day, and for me it was like an hour and 30 from Hudson Falls,
Johnstown, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I've made the trip multiple times. His shop is certainly worth it. He's got a variety of stuff in there, pretty large inventory, nice shop, well put together. Everything's kind of divided by brand, makes it easy to go in there and find exactly what you need, right? But obviously it's tough for me to make that trip, an hour and a half for every release and every drop. Now, he offers online shipping, which is freakishly fast. Like, Joel orders some stuff sometimes and it's like there the next day.
Yeah.
So that's amazing, right? And so I think with that, right, like, I don't know how much we're going to be focused on online sales right off the gate, you know what I mean? As we're going to be working on, really building up this space as a whole.
There's development aspects for a website too, though. That takes work, so.
But yeah, for those that can't make the trip, or, there's times, more often than not, I'll recommend a disc, somebody will try mine out of my bag, and then it's like, where can I get it? And, to have somewhere a little bit more within reach when you're trying to get, something right away to fill a gap in your bag certainly does help. And I think it'll be neat that we can not only just key in the numbers for said disc for you to try, right? But we can actually scan that disc in, and then you're throwing the physical disc. You're inquiring about it that time.
It's a new thing.
It is a very new thing. So all that takes is a couple of flight stickers on the flight plate of a disc, and so we'll have an abundance of those. And as long as we have those, I mean, possibilities are endless for how many discs we can really load up into the system. So
yeah, because even when I think about it too, I thought about that, the sticker aspect of like how many discs can you really have on a rack for a simulator that goes to that level, right? And you don't have the wear and tear with a non-impact screen, right? So like it's not like they're getting beat up like a normal play. But there are certain people that maybe are like, hey, you got this. I keep jumping to Crave because I think of like the most middle of the road disc for MVP. But
right,
craver hex. Some people might like a 174 hex. Some people are like, I like the 160s. I like the lightweight. So you can have a little bit of variety in some of that mid-range or even some of the drivers. And then,
yeah, I think the goal, obviously, we'll have, everything from the MVP lineup, right?
That makes sense.
But we'll work our way into that, and then we want to have maybe let's say the top 20 discs from a few other manufacturers, right?
Just look up top retail sales for the year.
Yeah, and just stuff we know people are interested in throwing, right?
A Destroyer's going to be on there, right? It's classic.
And the idea is, they use discs that are on our rack because the racks, the discs on that rack aren't damaged. They haven't been, jammed into a tree a time or two and have a little gash that could cut our impact screen, right?
Right. And they're not cold.
Yeah, it is a high impact screen. It can take all the power you put behind the disc. But as soon as that disc has a sharp spot on it, it's kind of game over on safety at that point. So
unless you can throw 150 miles an hour. So if you can do that, then why you're practicing in Northway is amazing. You should be on the Pro Tour. So
yeah, and other things, in terms of like putting league, just to look forward to, right? Right here we have 10 prizes that are going out, and this is not all the prizes either. We still have PAX Elite mystery prize, which is different every week. But here, this is a Shitty Coolers T-shirt. Check it out.
You got an XL to match my XL Ice Cube shirt.
It's pretty.
I'll wear them both every week if I win that. I can tell you that.
Your other one's like a 3X.
Yeah, but it's still funny if I show up with it. It's like a nightgown.
So we got that. We got this patch here coming with it.
What is it? Motorboating son of a bitch.
Wow. Yep. Little patch for the cooler. We've got the Midnight Rider edition of the Shitty Cooler going out as well. So,
which words don't really put into. They don't have the same effect of trying to describe it. It's just an awesome cooler. Yeah,
we love it. We have one at home. We love it.
Do you have a backpack like that one, or do you?
I do. Yeah. I actually do. Mine's actually called the Panty Dropper, I think. It's a pretty loud one. It has like leopard print on top. But when we first started talking to these guys, I asked if I could, have one, check out the product before we, went too far with things.
I see the Velcro patch on the side.
Yeah, so there's a whole Velcro tab patch on the side of that cooler.
It's like a disc golf bag, yeah.
Dude, you can put a bag of ice in that, throw it on your back, and carry it around all day and have ice at night. It's a pretty sweet little setup.
It's pretty shitty.
We use ours a ton. Other stuff going out. Recent sponsorship with Legends of the Chains, right? These guys not only sponsored Putting League, but we're going to be doing some fun stuff on the simulator later on where we'll be giving out some Legends of the Chains decks. And you'll also be able to win some of those shooting a 14 or higher at the putting arena at Disc East. You shoot a 14 or higher, you get that legend status. You get a Legends of the Chains deck. This is a Synapse with a DFX stamp.
I got one of those.
It's actually a Marmoset, and that was donated by Joel Davis.
Oh my god. I love Synapse too. I have the Matt Bell one we got when he came to Wild West, and I've never thrown it. Because I had him sign it just for the hell of it, and I don't think I could throw a Synapse very well, probably anyways at my arm speed, but they look great. The DFX
they do.
It's just unique.
They slap, yeah, for sure. Utilizing the triple foil,
He's got a dragon with like a blob shooting some type of machine gun at it. Like, who thinks of that? There's bubbles coming out. It's just really unique.
And then this one DFX sent us, and this is the Medusa stamp. Yeah. And this is on a Crave, but I love that stamp.
Weight on it too.
R2 Rhythm.
Yeah, I felt the second I picked it up. Dude. That's one of my favorite discs I've gotten from you, actually, is that Rhythm.
This is a Cosmic Neutron Relay.
I like the gold stamp. Very cool.
What do you think about this? What do you think it is?
I was going to say Hex, but
Yep. Neutron Hex.
It's a fun game. Give me a disc, I'll tell you what it is.
Well, this one you're
MVP,
gonna know. So
balance, right? Or Ascend.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's a Neutron Ascend. That's actually,
oh my God.
You know, we get a lot of feedback with the discs we give out, right? People love the Ascend. Like anyone that's won one from one of our events or CTP at League or, you know, winning one here at Putting League, because we've given out a handful of those at Putting League. But
well, I got 2 of them too, and that became my main disc in the bag. I'm telling you right now, we're going to see Joe from another round is going to do a video on the Ascend pretty soon. I'm telling you, he's going to figure out how awesome of a flippy driver that is.
I hope he does. This is a Legends of the Chain stamped Gateway Wizard.
I was going to say, this ain't MVP from the stiffness of it.
They actually sent us, I don't know, 5 or 6 discs total, so we'll be giving out those throughout the Putting League season, as as a deck every week for the rest of the season.
I'd hang this.
Shout out to Legends of the Chains for hooking it up.
That's great.
You like that? This one, I think, is like, just a double S one. There's, I think, a triple S.
Super stupid,
4S,
silly, soft, whatever adjectives they use to describe it, but the 4 S's.
Yep.
Bend them in half, they'll still putt good.
But we did have a few issues at Putting League last week. I'm sure most of you have heard about them by now. We don't want to really dig into it too much.
Don't shoot fireworks.
Yeah, don't shoot fireworks at Putting League. And please don't shoot fireworks at Putting League in the parking lot, on the property, anywhere in the building, just period. And let's respect Northway Brewing's property. There's no reason anybody needs to be climbing on equipment, pressing buttons, turning knobs and dials. You know, you never know what those knobs lead to. It could be a gas line on the fermenter or anything along those lines. So, like,
there's still a production facility, but it feels like one of those OSHA videos you watch when you go to a new job of, like, of course I obviously know this isn't, I don't need to not shoot fireworks, but here we are talking about it. So
it was tough. I will say, you know, we asked that group not to come back, and it's something we don't like to ask people not to come back. I mean, that is a brutal thing to put a league director in that spot, but
it's not just the fireworks too, though. It's a little bit of disrespectful.
It was a combination of things, but we don't need to get into it, you know. But rest assured, it's been handled. You know, we might give another chance next year, but for this season, we can't do it. So anyway, moving on from that, I think. What else do you?
That's pretty much, as far as I know, course conditions. The melt this last weekend. I was out of town, but I heard you said you played Crandall recently. I think most of the courses probably have good tee pads at this point.
Crandall is playing great.
There's still going to be ice here and there, no matter where you play in this area right now. But we had a good weekend. It seems like a little bit warmer temperatures to get rid of the build-up from the last couple of storms. So, and it's another thing too with the too far under par aspect is we'll probably see some content coming out for some rounds. You know, maybe not a skins match, but something fun. Get some more.
Yeah, and even potentially, like we said, you know, maybe video on the podcast, right?
Yeah.
So we could always, you know, maybe one day their Canon Albatross, one of our collaboration beers.
Yeah.
Maybe we do a little segment of what that looks like around here. And the cool thing is, you can actually see that from our new space.
Oh yeah, because you got the windows out here, or you can walk out and see over the brewery. So
yeah, but we can go down there and give you a hands-on experience of it
Yeah.
all. I mean,
And credit to where it's due. Teresa does a good job, and Lindsay as well with some of the content that they put out for the Northway page.
yeah, they're
It's
awesome.
great
with it.
editing, and
For
they got a
sure.
good mind for it. But
Absolutely.
Why
Lindsay
not add
has
more to
been, honestly, we need to talk about it, right? Lindsay has been huge for Putting League, and there's no way around it, period. Like, you know, with Putting League growing into what it has over the years, right, we watched that video earlier from 4 years ago when we had like 58 people in here and we were hype about it.
Yeah.
And so, like, what it's grown into has been great. But, you know, in that time frame, you know, there was a management shift in the tap room, and now, you know, all of our dealings are with Lindsay, and it's great. I mean, she's hands-on with the league. She wants to support the league. She wants to help in any way she can, and like, yeah, it's been a huge reason why we've been able to take things to the next level this year.
yeah, no, I agree with you too. And it's not even to take away from that, but add to it is everyone else in the staff here. Which I know they have a smaller staff nowadays. It's a little tighter crew, if you will.
Yeah.
Joe obviously does. If we have some type of unique idea last second about, hey, we have an idea for an obstacle, you know, Joe, hands down, it's just supportive. Tell us what we need, grabs the forklift, grabs the ladder, whatever tools we need.
Very welcoming, very helpful. Joe also a huge pillar in the success to Putting League, without a doubt. And you know,
Teresa as well. I mean, every week when we do our little fun round after, she wants to get content to put some putts out there to support Putting League and support their business, obviously. But yeah, they do a good job. So
and they Wednesday is not really much of a production day back there because, you know, they know we come in early to set up, and you know, so more often than not they'll schedule a production day for a different day of the week during the 12 weeks of the year that we're here, which is, you know, obviously super helpful when setting up so early to, you know, and we still try to be respectful. I usually set the first few holes, kind of give them as much time in the back as possible, and then work my way back there slowly. But yeah, it's been a great working relationship here since day one, and to flourish into like this new next chapter where disc golf exists here more than just those 12 nights out of the year, right? So,
without taking away from league.
Yeah, without taking away from league. Now, you'll be able to play a few holes here, but you won't be able to get the full league experience, right? You'll still have to come here for that. You won't be able to come here on a random Tuesday and play the waterfall hole. That's something that's you know, exclusive to Putting League, right? So yeah, we want to kind of give you a little bit of a taste of league, a place to warm up, and yeah, it's kind of a
simulate a disc, simulate a round.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. But other than that, I really can't think of any new developments.
Only local tournament I can think of within an hour of us, really. I mean, technically it's farther, but the J Park Disc Caps first tournament of the year, I should say first actual tournament, if you will, the doubles over at J Park. I couldn't tell you the name of it to be honest with you, but luckily we have it's 2026 and I have technology to look that up real quick. So
was that an ice bowl too?
It might be called an ice bowl, but I think that goes off February 15th.
Very good.
Day after Valentine's Day, doubles tournament. I think they're full right now. Wait list is empty, so
sometimes you see some movement on the wait list, but it's harder to see movement on a wait list in a doubles event, right?
yes. It's harder. If anything,
I usually
one
notice
person has something come up versus.
Well, when we run events, right, we run a good handful of singles and doubles every year. maybe in the whole season, I might have had one doubles team withdraw from an event, whereas the average singles event, we might have early registrations, people sign up, then there's a conflicting event closer to them, and they drop. But yeah, with doubles, all last season, I think we saw one drop. And it was because one of the guys was sick and the other guy didn't have a partner. So
that stuff happens when you have a team of two. Whether it's injury.
Yeah, I just feel like the commitment though to participate when you have a teammate, right? Like if I have a singles event and it's dumping down rain and the forecast is a mess, I'm not letting you down by dropping. Point. I'm just letting myself down a little bit, and so I think that.
Yeah, it's the disc golf. It's actually the 20th annual J Park Ice Bowl.
That's wild. The 20th.
20th. That's
the
20th.
They've been doing the thing for a very long time out there.
J West and J South. So
that's so cool.
I know.
Imagine that. Imagine an event you've hosted for 20 years straight. Has Jeff hosted it all 20 years?
I don't know that because hasn't Jeff been with Innova for like 11?
That I'm unsure of.
I think it's been 11 or something. Maybe no, it's been less than that. It's like 7 or 8 years, but it doesn't mean it was always sponsored by Innova either. So.
No, I think that tournament's set up to where you can put any manufacturer in there.
Oh, I'm sure of that too. That's a conversation to have with Jeff actually. That is something to ask. It's really I'm curious now actually too because you don't see a lot of tournaments that have been running that long for a sport that had a COVID boom and besides that was very small beforehand.
I've only been here for 5 years at this point, right? But at least from where I'm sitting, he's probably got one of the longest stretches of hosting events. He does a good job.
Yeah.
I try to get out there for 1 or 2 a year. I was hoping we'd get in that February event, but
well, when we get off of here, let's get registered and we'll be the first in the wait list because I have a feeling there's always people a month out that are going to drop. So we should be able to play that. Yeah, I think that's all we have. I don't think there's anything else to touch on. Course conditions, everything's kind of thawing ice pads right now. The courses itself, most likely in most of this area, are going to still be ice and snow here and there, but a little bit better with the warm. So, yeah, we got some good prizes going out tomorrow. Flex start 5:30 to 7:30. Taco King starting at 4:30 or 5 or something like that. So, yeah, should be it. We should be back next week.
See you next week.
Bing bong.